Right now on Daybreak, the Shasta Board of Supervisors voting to ban medical marijuana dispensaries, and we will bring you the reaction. Could there be a national ban on all cell phone use while driving? Well, the NTSB is hoping their new recommendation becomes a reality. And new this morning, Time Magazine out with their Person of the Year today, naming the protester. KRCR News Channel 7 Daybreak continues right now.
This is KRCR News Channel 7 Daybreak, getting the facts right and severe weather first.
Good morning. Welcome into Daybreak at 6:31 on Wednesday, November 14th. December 14th. I'm Kelly Som. We'll bring you what's happening in the news in just a moment. But first, we are with severe weather coverage, and it's some seriously cold temperatures facing outside in the North State this morning. Here's a look at downtown Red Bluff, the Cone and Kimball Clock Tower. We want to get you ready for your day. Meteorologist Lauren Brooks here with our first alert forecast. Lauren?
Good morning, Kelly. Yes, chilly start. We are starting in the 20s in both Chico and Redding. As we take a look at our neighborhood forecasts, we love to show you what you're facing this morning. And these are our temperatures sitting in the 20s and 30s for Redding. If you live near the airport, we're sitting at 26 degrees. If you're near the Mary Lake area of Redding, 32 degrees. Definitely need those jackets if you're putting the kids on the bus stop. Put them in layers because we're going to warm up today again. Chico, if this is your neighborhood forecast, sitting in the 20s and 30s as well. Cal Park area stays a little bit warmer this morning with 39 degrees. Near the airport in Chico, we are sitting at 29 degrees. We've also got to talk about the air quality in Chico because we are at unhealthy for sensitive groups. They're asking you not to burn wood tonight in your fireplaces. Now, hopefully this weather system that is pushing in later on today, we're going to be talking about it. It's going to be bringing rain and snow, will help push out that unhealthy air, making it okay to burn again. Kelly, for now, I'm going to send it back over to you.
All right, thank you, Lauren. 6:32 your time. New this morning on Daybreak, an unusual arrest in Redding. The victim said the suspect ordered him to drink at gunpoint. Police responded to a report of a man with a gun near Market Street Manor just before 6 last night in Redding. They arrested 21-year-old Jonathan Tavares and said he had a plastic imitation handgun in his pocket. During the investigation, a person said Tavares had pointed what looked like a handgun at him and ordered him to drink alcohol with him. He also reportedly tried to steal groceries from another person. Also new this morning today, a convicted sex offender in Shasta County will learn his sentence for trying to set up a meeting with a 15-year-old girl. Bradley Merkins of Cottonwood will be sentenced today. He was arrested in June after investigators set up an online sting. They arranged a meeting with a person whom Merkins thought was an underage girl. When Merkins got there to meet her, he met investigators instead and was arrested. Today, we're working to get new details about a shocking arrest in Red Bluff. A mother arrested for trying to kill her own 13-year-old son. Police say she admitted she cut his throat. 40-year-old Teresa Marie Lewis was arrested on South Jackson Street yesterday afternoon. Investigators say Lewis first tried taking her son's life Monday by trying to have him overdose on pills. Then she reportedly tried again yesterday, but that didn't work, so police say she cut his throat. The boy is being treated at Enloe Medical Center in Chico. We don't have an update on his condition. His name wasn't released. Lewis is jailed for attempted murder and child abuse. A decision by the Shasta County supervisors makes it illegal to operate marijuana collectives banned in unincorporated parts of the county. Medical marijuana supporters demonstrated outside the administration building before yesterday's vote. Those in favor of the ban say medical marijuana is widely abused, an excuse to get high. Opponents of the ban said patients need access to medicine. The board voted unanimously to ban all collectives in the unincorporated county after hearing from both sides.
SB 420 is the law. Your job is to implement that law, period. Not restrict it, not deviate from it, implement the law.
I'm shocked that you would try and take medicine away from sick people, banning all safe access, including dispensaries, and limiting grow sites to the point where they're so small, you can only grow 2 plants.
You're not affecting what's going into the schools. You're not affecting any of that. That's not going to stop. You're affecting patients because we care about the laws, we care about following the laws, and we don't want to break the laws.
Collectives have been areas for criminal activity. Crimes include, but are not limited to, assaults, thefts, burglaries, and armed robberies, and we don't need more sites for crime.
Seriously ill patients make up only approximately 2% of the medical marijuana population. Marijuana has been wholly unhealthy in our community, and it is exploited by selfish human beings who want to get high at any cost.
The supervisors also approved regulations for private grows of medical marijuana. They limit cultivation to no more than 60 square feet on property of less than an acre and up to 360 square feet on 20 acres or more. Indoor grows have to be in detached structures and are prohibited from inside homes, and you cannot grow marijuana within 1,000 feet of schools. County governments in California are getting the bad news today about the local impact of $1 billion in mid-year budget cuts. Governor Brown says state revenue has fallen $2.2 billion below budget predictions. Brown and fellow Democrats were hoping for a $4 billion boost in tax revenues. That didn't happen, so the state is following through on cuts written into the budget compromise. Governor Brown called again for the state to vote on tax increases.
The people of California have saying they don't want cuts. They're also expressing reservations about taxes. So when that, what should we say, that public dissidence and problem, when that's there, we ought to resolve it by a vote.
The UC and CSU systems will each face about $100 million in cuts. School districts will lose about $250 million in school bus funding. Medi-Cal will also face cutbacks, as will in-home support for seniors and the disabled. In all, the total cuts are about $980 million. If the National Transportation Safety Board has its way, phone calls and text messages could be a thing of the past for drivers in every state across the country. The organization is calling for a nationwide ban on cell phone use while driving. Although the ban would not apply to emergency calls, it would mean no handsets, texting, even no Bluetooth. 10 states, including California, already ban all use of handheld cell phones, but no state has a complete ban that includes hand-free devices.
Many times the distraction that is there is not just one that's about manipulation of something or a visual distraction. It's about a cognitive distraction. It's about not being engaged in the task at hand.
The NTSB says the ban would be a life-saving measure. Even though the organization lacks the power to impose these restrictions, their recommendations do carry a lot of weight with lawmakers. New this morning, we've just learned that Time Magazine has released its Person of the Year this morning, and the honor was given to the protester. This includes everyone involved in the movements that swept across North Africa and the Middle East in spring, to the occupiers who flooded the streets in the U.S. and across the world. Time Magazine called these people folks who are changing history already and will change the future. 6:38 your time. First, Alec Baldwin was kicked off an American Airlines flight, and now it looks like there's a new push to give his hit show 30 Rock the boot from the airline too. We'll explain coming up. And police looking for the Scrooge that vandalized one Reading family's Christmas light display not once but twice in the same week. Lauren?
And good morning. Sunrise will be this morning at 7:25. We are tracking conditions for some rain and snow in the North States. Stay with me. I'll tell you when.